I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is Gilbert Pinot Noir 2018 from the Orange wine region. So the Gilbert family is a very distinguished wine family. They've been making wine since 1847, or growing grapes since 1847. The first Gilbert was Joseph Gilbert, who planted the famous Pusey vineyard in Eden Valley, famous Riesling vineyard. There was a bit of a gap, I think, between then and the present day. Simon Gilbert is the current head of the family. He's been based in Mudgee for a long time, and he makes wine under the Gilbert label, as well as making wine under contract for various producers in New South Wales. Some of them Mudgee, some of them Orange, and various other regions as well. And his son Will, a young man now, is now involved as well, and Will is gradually taking more and more of the winemaking responsibility from his father and doing a very good job, I think. They're still based in Mudgee, but I think the emphasis is moving more towards Orange now. Most of the wines they're making for their own label come from the Orange wine region. And Will is specialising in Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, which are very much suited to the Orange wine region and less suited to Mudgee. So you can see the emphasis is moving a bit there. So this is the entry-level Gilbert Pinot Noir. They do several Pinots of different price levels, and including some sort of reserve-style wines, single clone wines. But this is the entry-level Pinot, quite inexpensive, and it's pretty rare to find Pinot Noir as cheap as this, that's as good as this. This is a $28 wine. So, what does this wine taste like? Well, the first thing you notice about it is the very light colour. If that was the Shiraz, you'd be a bit worried, or a Cabernet, but it's Pinot Noir, and Pinot Noir, light colour like that is perfectly acceptable. It probably does mean the wine's going to be a lighter bodied style of wine, which is not a problem. With Pinot Noir, you can have light-bodied wines which go beautifully with lighter foods. So it's still got a very good purple tinge to it. It's a nice bright colour, very good colour. Smelling the wine, it's fragrant, wonderful nose, very aromatic, raspberries, red cherries, a little bit spice, very perfumed, very charming sort of a nose. You could sit and sniff that and enjoy it for quite a while. And then you taste it, you'll find it's a lighter bodied Pinot. Delicious wine. Fruit is very much to the fore. You don't taste oak, and there's not much tannin there. There's just enough tannin to give you a clean, dry finish, but there's good intensity. I really like that style of wine. Because it's light, it will go with lighter foods. It's not necessarily a disadvantage for the wine, as long as you serve it with the right kinds of foods. The grapes come from the Mayfield and the Borrowdale vineyards in Orange. The Gilbert family don't own any vineyards as yet. They buy grapes from those people. There's a bit of whole bunch ferment in it, which gives it a bit more of the foresty, herbal character, a bit more complexity to it. How did we rate this wine? We scored it 92, which is a good score for a wine of its price, $28 Pinot Noir. It's very rare to find good Pinot Noir under about $30, $35 these days, and I think that's a terrific buy. It was rated 5th out of 29 2018 vintage Pinot Noirs that we've tasted from Orange. It's a top value wine, top rank wine, and we suggested drink it now from now to 2025, so another 5 years should be enough for this wine. The food match. We asked the winery to suggest a food match with the wine, and they decided that they would like to serve this wine with cassoulet. Cassoulet, of course, beans and charcuterie. The charcuterie they suggested was duck confit, sausages and pork belly, and a green salad on the side. Sounds good to me. I wouldn't have any argument with that, but I do think it could go with even lighter foods than that, such as simple tuna seared on the barbecue, tuna tataki, perhaps with some sesame seeds, or even just prawns thrown on the barbie would be lovely with a wine that's as light as that. You could also perhaps have a platter of mixed charcuterie with a wine like this. It would go really well. So cheers to that.